legendary rock band Styx, who released their first record 42 years ago. And through good times and bad, they continue to make music to this day. You know their songs, they've had a ton of hits. But do you know their story? We were just with them. This is Styx, in their own words.
I was getting out of college, but really wanted to be a rock and roll musician. And Panazza Brothers and Dennis DeYoung, calling themselves TW4, joined up with those guys. Within about 14 months of me having joined with them, we got a recording contract. Well, the record company decided they didn't like the name and they wanted a new name for the band. So we became Styx when the first album was released.
Well, I was playing in another band like JY. I do remember being in Chicago, and there was another band that played with us at this club in Chicago, and that's where I heard my first Styx rock song before. What I didn't know was that the song Lady had become a hit all over the world. So when I got the call to come audition for the band in December of 1975, I was kind of indifferent about it, and I realized these guys were on a path that I would really like to be a part of.
But Grand Illusion really is our biggest selling record. Ultimately, it has sold 6 million copies. And, but for it to take off the way it did, you know, we all expected our lives to change dramatically, and that was a major league home run, and the rest is rock and roll history, which we shall continue to talk about. Yeah, that was our first #1 album, although, I mean, Grand Illusion still has outsold it, and I think Pieces of Eight may even have outsold it. But four triple platinums in a row we were the first group to do that. Not a bad thing.
It was Canada where we really got our first taste of what was to come. That became a major part of the building of Styx. It really just seemed like we could do no wrong there for a little while.
We had a phenomenal manager that became our manager just before Tommy joined, a guy named Derek Sutton. He took us to the top. And at that point in time, unfortunately, our colleague Dennis DeYoung, who's not here right now, decided that he couldn't work with him anymore. Kilroy was definitely a left turn on the wheel.
But you have to take into consideration, we worked nonstop from the time I joined the band up until then. We're making a record, going out and doing a tour, making a record and going out and doing a tour. We probably should have taken a year off, because we were all kind of exhausted and just kept going, and suddenly we were going in a direction that we all didn't agree on. In the end, it all worked out, and we got back together in 1995, 96, but the chemistry that we had when we first started out was just wasn't there anymore. It was kind of like a divorced couple getting back together. You see each other, you're kind of friendly, and then you get back together, and then suddenly the things that pulled you apart, I'll just kind of come back again.
In '99, we had not just a pathway of opportunity was coming by our front door for the first time, but a 10-lane superhighway of opportunity. Adam Sandler had the Big Daddy movie that he, out of the clear blue, said, I'm going to put 3 Styx songs in here, and I'm going to mention Tommy Shaw by name.
This is Styx.
Yeah, Tommy Shaw. When I was 16 years old, I was at the concert. He actually reached down, grabbed my hand, pulled me on stage.
And at the same time, South Park did the Come Sail Away bit. Mr. Roboto Volkswagen commercial. So in the beginning of '99, we were really hot, we were really going, and Dennis said he was not physically well enough to leave the house and go on tour, not even well enough to go downtown Chicago and play a show on the release night of our album. Dennis was an incredible singer, motivated writer who wrote some great music and some great lyrics, very, very strong keyboard player. He just didn't want to be part of a democracy that this band was. He wanted things his way, and I'd waited for Dennis a long time, and we made a decision. I just said, we'll get a stand-in for you. You come do the cities you want to do, and we'll find somebody to do the rest. And he said, I want you to do that. I said, well, I'm sorry, but we're going to do it anyway. So, I mean, we truly wish him well. We did some incredible work together. Just there's no basis for us to work together again.
I'm sailing away.
So Lawrence could sing our songs beautifully, but that's more in his own voice, but it had impact, and he sounded great when he sang with us, and will bring something to the band that rather than just trying to relive the past, he's going to bring us into the future.
Todd, of course, was voted #1 rock drummer in Regis Polar Modern Drummer magazine in 2009, and has been in the top 5 ever since. And he's, God rest and God bless John Panazzo. He was a true force behind the drums, but Todd is like having a new engine under the hood, and we like taking this car out for a drive.
Started the Rock to the Rescue nonprofit foundation charity, and after 9/11, and so we wound up having 4 concerts over the next 2 years, and raised over $750,000 for the Port Authority Police Department. Last year we were able to write a check for $100,000 to the Boston Marathon bombing victims. We did benefit again with Kevin and everybody else for the Illinois tornado victims
in Madison, Washington, Illinois, and that check was over $400,000.
It's just a great way for us we've been given so much and taken so much, and it's nice to be able to do something in however large or small a dose we can.
Well, we like doing the big summer extravaganzas, and with that we get to play the bigger venues that way. And ourselves and Foreigner have gone out and done this a number of times. But we've got a very special guest, Don Felder, formerly of the Eagles, that's coming out. So we think it's going to be one heck of a 3X show.
So many great hits. Even that last one's a pretty good tune. They have definitely stood the test of time. Well, if you want to know more about the Styx Soundtrack of Summer Tour, where it's coming and when to your town possibly, go to their website, styxworld.com. We'll be right back.